Have you ever felt like something is guiding you in life? A sign or a special message that you believe comes from a divine source? Maybe it's a feeling, an unexpected encounter, or an event that seems too perfectly timed to be a coincidence. Perhaps it's a dream that feels too real to ignore, or even a sense of knowing when you need to take action or make a change. These experiences often leave us wondering whether they're just chance or something more significant, something that might be pointing us in the right direction. In our busy, often chaotic lives, it's easy to overlook these signs, but many people believe that the universe, God, or spiritual forces are constantly communicating with us. These divine signs may show up in the most unexpected ways, serving as gentle nudges or powerful messages guiding us through challenges, decisions, and even our day-to-day routines. Whether or not we recognize them, these signs are believed to be a form of spiritual communication that can help us on our journey. Today we're going to explore divine signs and how they can show up in our everyday lives. These signs are not just random occurrences or coincidences. They may be messages from the universe, from God, or from the spirit world guiding us along our journey. Often these signs carry profound meanings and insights, offering us a deeper connection to the spiritual realm and helping us navigate life with more clarity and purpose. The beauty of divine signs is that they can appear at any moment in any form, but they all share one common thread: they're there to guide us and offer us a sense of direction when we need it most. Many of us have experienced moments when something seems to be telling us to pay attention, but we might not always understand what's happening. Perhaps you've had a moment when you thought, this can't just be a coincidence. Maybe you found yourself thinking about a specific person or situation only to have that person appear in your life unexpectedly, or that situation come up just as you needed it. This is often when people describe feeling guided by something greater than themselves. In this video, we're going to dive into the different types of divine signs you might have overlooked. We'll talk about specific signs you can recognize, from recurring numbers and patterns to unexpected encounters that leave you with a deep sense of meaning. We'll also explore why these signs are important and how they can help you connect more deeply with the spiritual realm. Whether you're new to this idea or have been experiencing these signs for a long time, this video will offer you a fresh perspective on how divine guidance is showing up in your life. One common type of divine sign many people experience is numbers. Some of you may have noticed that certain numbers appear repeatedly in your life, like 1111333444 or other sequences. Many believe that these repeating numbers are more than just coincidences. They are believed to carry specific meanings and messages, often offering guidance, confirmation, or reassurance from the universe or spiritual guides. Understanding the significance of these numbers can offer insight into the current phase of your life, or even give you clarity on decisions you may be facing. Another powerful sign comes from synchronicity, those seemingly random events that happen just when you need them, like bumping into someone you've been thinking about, or receiving an answer to a question in the form of a song, a conversation, or a sudden idea. These are not just coincidences, they are divine signs guiding us toward the next step on our journey. The universe, or whatever spiritual force you believe in, is constantly at work orchestrating events to help you on your path. We also can't ignore the importance of dreams as divine signs. Many cultures throughout history have viewed dreams as a portal to the spiritual realm, where guidance and messages are sent to us in symbolic form. Your dreams can be filled with symbols or messages that carry significant meaning for your waking life. Sometimes these dreams can be direct answers to questions you've been pondering or warnings about challenges ahead. Before we continue, I encourage you to take a moment and reflect on any signs you may have already experienced in your life. Have there been moments that felt too meaningful to ignore, events or encounters that seemed perfectly timed, or dreams that left you with a feeling of knowing? These signs could be messages that are guiding you right now. Before we dive deeper into understanding these divine signs, don't forget to like and share this video if you find it interesting. If you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe to catch more insightful videos about spirituality, personal growth, and exploring the deeper questions of life. Let's open ourselves to the idea that the universe is always speaking to us, guiding us, and helping us on our journey. Let's start by exploring the first category of divine signs, random but meaningful events. Have you ever experienced something that seemed like a coincidence, but it felt so perfectly timed that it made you pause and think, there's no way this is just random? These kinds of moments are often considered divine signs in many spiritual traditions. One of the most common examples is meeting someone at the right time. Maybe you're struggling with a personal issue, and out of nowhere a person you haven't seen in years suddenly appears in your life and offers you exactly the advice or support you need. It's like the universe brought that person into your path just when you needed them. These kinds of moments are not just random encounters. Many believe that they are orchestrated by the universe or spiritual guides to provide you with the support, wisdom, or insight that you're seeking. It's as if the universe is sending you a little nudge, reminding you that you are not alone, and that help is always available, sometimes from the most unexpected places. Another example of random but meaningful events could be hearing the right words at the right moment. Imagine you're going through a tough time, feeling unsure about a decision, and then you overhear a conversation in a cafe, or hear a song on the radio with words that resonate with you deeply. It's almost as if the message was meant for you, even though it came from a completely unrelated source. It's in these moments that many people experience what they consider to be divine guidance. These signs can be a reminder that the universe is communicating with you, providing clarity or encouragement when you need it most. Next, let's talk about signs through numbers and repetition, which is another powerful form of divine guidance. Have you ever noticed that certain numbers keep appearing in your life? You might look at the clock and see 1 every time, or you constantly notice the number 3 or 4 showing up on license plates, receipts, or street addresses. In many spiritual traditions, these repeated numbers are not just random, they are believed to carry divine messages and significant meanings. For example, 1111 is often seen as a sign of alignment and a reminder that you're on the right path. Some people believe that seeing 1111 repeatedly is a signal that the universe is trying to get your attention, urging you to focus on your thoughts as they may be manifesting into reality. It's also associated with the concept of spiritual awakening, a reminder to stay mindful of your spiritual journey and trust that the universe is supporting you. 333, on the other hand, is often interpreted as a sign of protection and guidance. It's seen as a confirmation that your angels or spiritual guides are near, offering you support and reassurance. 444 is often associated with harmony and balance. It is a reminder that you are in alignment with the universe and that your actions are aligned with your soul's purpose. These numbers can appear in the most mundane places, but when they are seen repeatedly, many people believe they are a form of spiritual communication. They can act as confirmations, nudges, or even warnings, depending on the context in which they appear. Recognizing and interpreting these signs can provide comfort and clarity, offering us the feeling that there is a greater force at work in our lives. Another powerful way divine signs manifest is through dreams. Dreams have been seen as portals to the spiritual realm across cultures and throughout history. In many traditions, dreams are considered to be messages from the divine ancestors or the universe. These dreams can carry deep spiritual symbols or direct guidance, especially during times of transition or uncertainty. Have you ever had a dream that felt incredibly real, almost as if it was meant to tell you something important? Perhaps you dreamt of a loved one who has passed, offering you comfort or advice. Maybe you experienced a dream in which you were guided by a spirit angel or teacher showing you the way forward in your life. Many people believe that these kinds of dreams are not just products of the subconscious mind, but are direct messages from the spiritual realm, providing insight, clarity, and even warnings. One common dream symbol is the appearance of deceased loved ones. People often report dreaming of family members or friends who have passed away, and these dreams can carry a sense of peace or closure. It may feel as though these loved ones are communicating something important, offering reassurance that they are well and that their guidance is still with you. Similarly, spirit guides or angels may appear in dreams offering wisdom, support or direction during a difficult time. These dreams can leave a lasting impact, with people waking up feeling comforted, enlightened, or even empowered to take action in their waking life. Dreams can also contain spiritual symbols that hold significance. For example, seeing a white light traveling to sacred places or experiencing vivid visions in dreams can be signs of spiritual awakening or a deepening connection to the universe. These symbols often have universal meanings that can be interpreted in various ways depending on the individual's life circumstances and beliefs. Understanding the messages in your dreams can help you gain clarity on your spiritual path and guide you through life's challenges. The beauty of divine signs is that they are personal and unique. Each person's experiences with divine signs will differ, but the underlying truth is that these signs are there to guide us, support us, and help us stay aligned with our higher purpose. Divine signs often show up when we are at a crossroads or facing a difficult decision, providing us with the answers we need or confirming the path we are on. They can be subtle or profound, but they always carry a message that resonates deeply with our inner selves. As you reflect on these signs, think about the moments in your life when something unexpected happened, when you experienced a meaningful coincidence, or when numbers, dreams, or encounters left you feeling like something divine was at play. These moments may have been more than just coincidence. They may have been the universe, God, or spiritual forces communicating with you, offering guidance, encouragement, and support along your journey. Have you ever experienced signs like these in your life? Whether it's a coincidence, a number, a dream, or a meaningful encounter, I encourage you to reflect on how these signs have influenced your path. Have they given you clarity, direction, or comfort? If you find these divine signs intriguing like this video, and comment below to share any divine signs you've experienced, I'd love to hear your stories and learn about the signs that have guided you in your life. Now that we've discussed the different types of divine signs that can appear in our lives, it's time to dive into why these signs are so important. Why should we pay attention to them? Why are they more than just coincidences or random occurrences? Divine signs are far more significant than simply helping us make important decisions. They serve as a powerful tool for connecting to a deeper level of spirituality. Many people feel disconnected or unsure about their purpose in life. We live in a world full of distractions, and often it's easy to feel lost or out of touch with the larger picture. Divine signs in their many forms serve as gentle reminders from the universe, or a higher power offering us guidance when we need it most. These signs are not just there to confirm what we already think. They are there to help us gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our life's journey, and our connection to something greater. They offer a kind of spiritual guidance that helps us stay aligned with our purpose, our true self, and our path in life. One of the most significant roles of divine signs is that they help us find our direction. Life is full of decisions, big and small, and sometimes we're unsure which path to take. We may feel overwhelmed by the choices before us, or unsure of what the right decision is. Divine signs can provide clarity and reassurance in these moments. For example, you may be faced with a career change and feeling uncertain about whether you should take a new job or stay where you are. Suddenly, you start seeing repeated numbers like 1111, which could be signaling that you're in alignment with your higher purpose and encouraging you to trust the path you're on. Alternatively, you might meet someone unexpectedly who shares wisdom or advice that helps you make your decision, confirming that you're on the right track. These signs help us navigate life's crossroads and offer guidance when we need it most. But divine signs don't just help us make decisions, they also help us overcome challenges. Life can be difficult, and sometimes we may feel stuck, trapped in negative patterns, or overwhelmed by obstacles. During these times, divine signs can offer a sense of hope and encouragement. When you're going through a tough period, whether it's dealing with a personal struggle, facing a health issue, or feeling overwhelmed by stress, divine signs remind you that you're not alone. These signs help you find the strength to keep going, and they often come at the moments when you need them most. They remind you that there is always a greater force supporting you, and that even in your darkest times, there is a light that will guide you through. Understanding and recognizing divine signs is also crucial for personal and spiritual growth. These signs encourage us to reflect on where we are in life, where we're headed, and what we're truly meant to do. They help us become more aware of the path we are walking and help us align our actions with our deeper spiritual selves. When we start to notice divine signs, it's like a door to greater awareness opens. We become more attuned to the synchronicities around us, and we develop a heightened sense of connection with the universe. This awareness is transformative. We begin to trust the flow of life more fully, and we are less likely to resist change or shy away from opportunities. Divine signs act as a mirror, reflecting back to us our true desires, our highest potential, and our inner wisdom. Recognizing these signs is an invitation to deepen our understanding of who we are and to align more fully with our authentic selves. As we do so, we often experience positive changes in our lives. We feel more confident in our decisions, more open to new experiences, and more in touch with our spiritual purpose. In addition to helping with personal growth, divine signs also deepen our connection with the universe. We all live within a larger system, whether you call it the universe, the divine, or the energy that connects all things. Divine signs serve as a reminder that we are not separate from this greater whole. They help us recognize that there is a powerful unseen force guiding us, nudging us along our journey, and reminding us that we are always connected to something bigger than ourselves. As we begin to recognize these signs, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. Every event, every person we meet, every decision we make is part of a larger tapestry. Divine signs remind us that we are woven into this tapestry, that we are part of something vast and beautiful. This awareness fosters a sense of peace and harmony, both within ourselves and with the world around us. When we understand that we are part of a greater whole, we start to approach life with more openness, compassion, and love. We recognize that every experience, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity for growth and connection with the universe. Divine signs also help us maintain balance and perspective. In a world that often feels overwhelming and uncertain, these signs offer a sense of calm and reassurance. They remind us that we are supported and that everything is unfolding as it should. When we face challenges, divine signs offer us the perspective we need to see beyond the immediate circumstances and understand that there is a greater plan at work. They help us stay grounded and centered even when life feels chaotic. These signs serve as subtle nudges from the universe to help us stay aligned with our spiritual path. They are not always loud or obvious, but if we are open to receiving them, we begin to see them everywhere. Sometimes they appear in the form of a feeling, a sense that something is meant to happen, or that a certain decision is right. Other times they might appear as a specific event, a chance encounter, or an unexpected piece of information that gives us the clarity we need. In recognizing divine signs, we begin to see life as a journey, one that is unfolding with purpose and intention. These signs are a form of spiritual communication, helping us remember that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. They guide us through difficult moments, help us make decisions, and encourage us to stay connected to the greater universe. So why are divine signs so important? They are not just random events. They are part of the divine orchestration of life, helping us navigate our path with more clarity, awareness, and purpose. They provide guidance, comfort, and support when we need it most, and they deepen our connection with the universe and our own spirituality. If you find these divine signs important and want to learn more, like this video and comment below to share your thoughts. Have you ever felt a sign was guiding you to make an important decision? What did it feel like? How did it impact your life? I'd love to hear your stories and thoughts on how divine signs have helped you on your journey. Let's keep this conversation going and explore how we can all stay more attuned to the signs the universe is offering us. Now that we've explored the importance of divine signs in our lives and how they help guide us, let's talk about how to recognize and accept these signs. It's one thing to be aware of the idea that divine signs exist, but it's another thing entirely to actually recognize them when they show up. These signs are often subtle, and we can easily miss them if we're not paying attention. So how can we become more attuned to the divine signs that are constantly around us? To recognize divine signs, the first step is to cultivate consciousness in your daily life. Many times divine signs come in the form of small moments, seemingly insignificant events or details that we overlook in our busy lives. If we're rushing through our day without really paying attention, we might miss these signs. That's why it's so important to slow down and be present. Take a moment each day to check in with yourself. Breathe deeply and look around with a sense of awareness. You can start by paying attention to unexpected events that seem to carry some deeper meaning. Maybe you have a chance encounter with a stranger who shares a piece of advice that resonates deeply with you. Perhaps you hear a song on the radio that seems to speak directly to your current situation. These small moments can often be the universe's way of offering you guidance, but you have to be open and conscious enough to notice them. The more mindful you are of your surroundings and the people you meet, the more likely you are to catch these divine signs. Another way to recognize divine signs is by noticing repetitive patterns or symbols. Whether it's a specific number sequence showing up regularly in your life, like 111, 1444 or 222, or certain animals appearing in unusual places. These repetitive occurrences are often symbolic and hold deeper meanings. These signs are meant to grab your attention, and the more you notice them, the more you can understand what they're trying to tell you. The key is to stay open to the possibility that these patterns are not just coincidences, but rather messages from a higher source. Divine signs can also appear in small changes that seem to shift your perspective or open your mind to new possibilities. For instance, you may suddenly feel drawn to a new book, a new practice, or even a new relationship, and it feels like something you were meant to explore. These changes can be a form of divine guidance, urging you to step outside your comfort zone or open yourself to new opportunities. By paying attention to these shifts in your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you can begin to recognize when a divine sign is present in your life. Recognizing divine signs is often a matter of slowing down and tuning into your intuition. Your inner voice or gut feeling can often point you towards something significant. If you find yourself constantly thinking about something, or if a particular thought, idea, or symbol keeps popping into your mind, this could be a sign. Intuition plays a big role in recognizing divine signs because it helps you connect to the deeper wisdom within you. Once you begin to recognize divine signs, the next step is to accept and act on them. Sometimes the hardest part isn't seeing the sign, but knowing how to respond to it. Divine signs are often a form of guidance, and it's up to us to act on them with trust and courage. It's one thing to recognize a sign, but it's another thing entirely to take action based on that sign. And sometimes this can be a bold step. For example, let's say you've been feeling stuck in a job you're not passionate about, and you keep seeing signs, whether it's repeated numbers like 1111, or hearing the same message from different people about following your heart. These signs may be encouraging you to take a leap of faith and pursue your true calling. But even though you see the sign, the next step requires you to act, perhaps by quitting that job and starting something new. Taking action on divine signs can be scary because it often involves stepping into the unknown or making decisions that take us outside of our comfort zones. But divine signs are meant to push us in the right direction, and sometimes that direction requires courage and trust in the process. One of the most important aspects of accepting and acting on divine signs is to trust. Trust that the universe, your spiritual guides, or whatever higher power you believe in has your best interests at heart. Divine signs are not meant to mislead you or confuse you, they are here to guide you toward what is meant for you. Trusting the process is essential, especially when you don't have all the answers, or when things aren't going exactly as planned. Divine signs often come when you're not expecting them, and sometimes they don't make sense right away. But if you trust in the guidance they offer, you'll find that everything falls into place at the right time. This is where openness comes in. It's important to remain open to receiving signs and to trust that the answers will come when they need to. If we're closed off to the idea of divine guidance, or if we're too focused on our own plans and desires, we might miss the signs altogether. Being open means accepting that the path to your highest good may not always look the way you expected it to. Sometimes divine signs will nudge us toward unexpected directions, and being open to these shifts can lead to unexpected blessings. In addition to openness, we also need to let go of fear. Fear often keeps us from taking action even when we see a clear sign guiding us in a certain direction. When fear takes over, it clouds our judgment and prevents us from trusting the signs we're receiving. By letting go of fear and trusting the divine signs, we can move forward with confidence and faith. Divine signs are often meant to help us grow spiritually and personally, and taking action on them is a key part of our spiritual development. Finally, remember that accepting divine signs isn't always about making huge dramatic changes. Sometimes it's the small everyday actions that are most meaningful. A sign may encourage you to make a small shift in your mindset, change the way you interact with others, or approach a situation differently. The key is to stay attuned to the signs and be willing to act on them, no matter how big or small the action might seem. If you're uncertain about whether you've received a divine sign or how to act on it, take some time to reflect. Trust that the right path will become clear when you are open, receptive, and willing to follow the guidance that's being offered to you. Divine signs are there to help you, but they require you to accept and act on them with trust, courage, and openness. Have you ever received a divine sign in your life that guided you? Maybe it was a chance encounter, a number that kept appearing, or a sudden realization that led you to make an important decision. Whatever it was, it's important to reflect on those moments and recognize how the universe is always guiding us. I'd love to hear your experiences. Like the video if you found divine signs meaningful in your life, and comment below to share your story. Whether it's a sign you've noticed recently or a significant moment from your past, your experiences are valuable and can inspire others on their own spiritual journeys. Today we've explored the divine signs that may show up in our daily lives, from random events to numbers, dreams and encounters. These signs are not just random messages or coincidences, they carry deep spiritual significance and help us connect with ourselves and the universe on a much deeper level. Whether it's a meaningful coincidence that shifts your perspective or a recurring number that serves as a reminder, these signs are meant to guide us, offer us clarity, and remind us that we are not alone on our journey. We've also discussed how to recognize and accept these divine signs. It's not enough to just be aware of them. We must slow down, be mindful, and pay attention to the subtle messages that are constantly being sent our way. Recognizing these signs requires us to tune into our intuition and trust the guidance we receive, even when it may feel uncertain or uncomfortable. Accepting them means having the courage to act upon the guidance they provide, allowing us to move forward in a more purposeful, connected, and spiritual way. Life isn't always easy, and sometimes we need guidance from a higher power. Whether it's making important decisions, navigating through challenges, or simply seeking reassurance, these divine signs play a crucial role in helping us stay on track. They are a vital part of helping us recognize our path, find clarity, and bring peace to our soul. When we open ourselves to these signs, we invite more meaning, depth, and spirituality into our lives. They remind us that we are part of something larger than ourselves, and that there is always support available even when we can't see it. As we journey through life, it's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, or disconnected from our true purpose. Divine signs help us reconnect with ourselves, with our spirituality, and with the greater universe. They help us realize that we are constantly being guided, and that everything, even the challenges, is part of a bigger plan. These signs encourage us to keep going, to trust the process, and and to be patient as we continue our spiritual growth. So what do you think about divine signs in life? Do you believe in the presence of a higher power guiding you through signs? Have you ever experienced a meaningful sign that changed the course of your life? Maybe it was a number, a symbol, or an unexpected encounter that left you with a sense of knowing or clarity. I'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation about how divine signs have shaped our lives. Remember, recognizing divine signs isn't just about looking for answers, it's about connecting with the deeper layers of your existence and being open to the guidance the universe has to offer. We are all on a journey, and these signs are there to help us navigate that path with more awareness, clarity, and peace. If you found this video helpful and insightful, don't forget to like and share it with others. You never know who might need to hear about divine signs and how they can make a difference in their life. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more videos on spirituality, personal growth, and life's deep questions. There's so much more to explore together, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.